I'm sorry, I was just busy being wistful. And I'm Blue Sicx, and welcome to Blue Sicx Tarot. And today we'll be looking at the Enchanted Oracle. Yes. So here we have the Enchanted Oracle, and first off, it's a really cool little box. I say little, it's quite large. It's about 8 by 6 inches, which surprised me because after opening the box, you actually find the cards, the book and the cards, relatively small. Sorry, got a bit shiny there. So these are actually like more the size of a standard pack of tarot, so something from the Scarabino or US Toys and Games. So what we'll do, we'll have a quick look through the book first. So the book, the cards themselves are done by Barbara Moore, and have a look there. So it's done by Barbara Moore, and she's done the Mystical Manga Tarot. And at the bottom, the actual artwork of these cards are done by Jessica Galbreth. If I've mispronounced that, I do apologise. Now, this book's about 6.5 inches, and it's relatively thick. So the definitions in the Oracle are relatively extensive. So it's not just a paragraph; it's a couple of pages of a description. But in the book, it has about the author. There's the picture there of Barbara, and it has just the standard definition of the cards further in the back. It also has some spreads, which we'll be putting at the end of the video, and but we'll have to just have a quick look through the deck itself. So we're just going to have a quick look through the deck. It's a deck of 36 cards, so this won't take too long. So you've got Bewitching, Celtic Witch. I'm trying to keep the shine there. So you've got Celtic Witch. One word that's unpronounceable to me at the moment, but I'm not going to show off my dyslexia. So you've got Crimson Moon, Dark Enchantment. Why, thank you, I'm quite enchanting. Dark Queen, Dragon Witch, Dragoness. Now, these are really, so as you can see, these are really cool gothic-y style, very similar to the Vampire Tarot, which we'll probably cover at some point. So you've got Emerald Princess, and you've got Intertwined, Gothic Rose, Gothic, yeah, just Gothic with a Q, the Green Man, the Green Woman, Gypsy Rose, which I think was one of the names from Pacific Rim, one of the robots, Innocence, Mother Earth, Mystic Mermaid, Autumn Splendor, that I've got through that, Nemesis, Mermaid Dreams, Night Queen, Nightfall, another word I'm not going to try and read, another word I'm not going to try and read, but as I said, you can pause the videos there. Shadow Weather, Weathen, not quite sure, Silver Moon Fairy, Jewel of the Sea, Jewel of the Sea, Lavender Moon, Love Springs Eternal, Maiden Moon, Spirit of Samarin, the Spirit of Yol, which is the winter solstice section, Tattooed Dreams, I probably misread that one, Temptation, White Magic. So, as you can see, I wouldn't say these are a deck for beginners. This would be this would be a deck for someone who's more intermediary. So the other thing is, first of all, the other important check, they spread very smoothly, and they shuffle. Oh, whoops! They shuffle quite well. They're quite smooth to shuffle, so it's not too bad. So they're quite nice and smooth. The cardstock itself is a little thinner than I'm used to. Just for like once again, when you compare them to the Scarabino, these are kind of thin. So if you find the cardstock of the Scarabino just that little too thick, these would be perfect. These are a little too thin to what I'm used to, but they don't feel like paper thin. So I'm going to move on to check out one of the spreads in the book, and we'll see how that looks as a layout. Right, so this is this is called 4-card spread on page 9 of their book. So so you've got position 1, 2, 3, and 4. So the first position is what you need to take with you. So apparently we need to take the Dragon Witch with us. So we'll quickly check the book. So in the book, the Dragon Witch is a card that represents that you're very close to a perspective, or very close to the completion of a task, but you just need the final boost to kind of get you going, or to kind of get you to finish. So what you need to take with you is the idea that you just need a little kick just to kind of get this thing done. So the second position is what you need to leave behind. So what you need to leave behind is bewitching. So the message with this card is that you need to kind of leave behind all the things you've previously learned. So the bewitching card represents the concept of you have all the knowledge around you and it's all for you to use. So this is kind of highlighting of what you need to leave behind is all of the logic and go with instinct, which is always a very useful message sometimes, because sometimes you need to switch off everything else, switch off everything pre-built that you already know, and go and kind of experience things with your other senses rather than your mind. You've got to feel it more than you think it. So this next card represents the next step. So this is the Dark Queen. So the Dark Queen represents how close you are to actually getting the answers you need. So similar to the Dragon Witch, where you just need that little kick, the next step is realizing that you're close to finding out what this kick is going to be. So the next step is just finding out finding out you're motivated to finish. So you're just on the cusp, but there's just something else you need to know, but you won't find it by using your normal methods. There are other ways and other directions to look. And so we go to the last card, which is the potential outcome. Now this is a standard in most readings, be them tarot or oracle, basically saying if you do the advice thing, here is like a potential outcome. Here is kind of the best, like a good case scenario. So we have the Dark Enchantment. So this card represents the idea of you finding the next thing you need to do. So I don't mean in the case of the next step, but more of when you complete this thing, that gives you an idea of what you want to do when this is finished. And this is saying that you've now got a good idea of what you want to do next. Now this is done. I now want to go and do this thing. And this card represents that go for this new thing, go for the idea of go for this new thing. And because in this scenario it's kind of you've learned now this is done, you kind of learnt to go more with your instincts, and so therefore your instincts have now said now that this is finished, your instincts are now saying go and do this thing you've been really drawn to for however long. And that's kind of the best course of action is you'll now know which route you actually want to take now that this is over, because you may not have necessarily had an idea of what you wanted to do beforehand. So that's the tarot spread, and once again, don't forget to like, share and subscribe, and we'll just head to the outro. Well, I hope you liked that review. Once again, that's better. Once again, don't forget to like, share and subscribe. And also you can follow links to other reviews here, probably, and also maybe here, depending on how I put it together. But anyway, hope you liked it, and I'll see you again soon. Bye.